Okay, it's Sunday, August 27th, which means that it's pop-up week. I am installing a little shop inside of a shop at the end of this week on September 1st, and I'm so excited. I still have a lot to do, i.e. glazing, pricing everything, finalizing my inventory, firing these, and printing some more signage, figuring out my merchandising. There's a lot, but I'm very excited and I think I can do it all before Thursday, which I'm going to make my setup day. I have the opportunity to set up all week, but I don't think it will take me that long. So I'd rather just spend Monday to Wednesday actually fine-tuning everything, set it all up on Thursday, and have it good to go by Friday. So come along for that ride. I hope you enjoy a whirlwind of a few days in my life as I finalize my pop-up shop installation and get to be a part of a small community of local vendors who sell their pieces inside this store and take a really big step for my little biz. That's that. Today I'm going to focus on glazing, tomorrow as well, and then I will fire the kiln on Tuesday and hopefully have everything done and ready to price and sell by Wednesday. That's if nothing goes wrong, which we hope it doesn't. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna paint now. Florida is throwing me a curveball because overnight a hurricane has developed, and I was going to fire the kiln tomorrow, but now I don't know if that's the best idea because even though it's not directly going to hit us tomorrow, I think the winds could still be a thing, and I know that that's normally what causes the power to go out, at least here, just because there's so many trees and the wind and the power lines, all of that. So I don't want my glaze firing to get ruined halfway through or anything like that. So I think I'm just gonna not do that and fire it once hurricane passes and everything is fine, and then still glaze stuff today. That way when everything is better, I can fire them and yeah, just be done with it. I'm only a little bummed because I did want to have more of my newer stuff at the launch of the pop-up shop, but it's okay. I still have enough product and it will still look great. I will just fire these whenever I'm able to and then add them to the shop once they're ready, which is nice because it's not just a one-day pop-up, it's going on for lots of days. So I'm still super pumped about it, and it just means that I can kind of take my time and not feel rushed this week, which nothing wrong with that. I pretty much will probably glaze here and then go back home and work on admin stuff like pricing everything and doing my inventory, and yeah, that's that. Happy Monday. I have a few more little price tags that I want to make. I also think I know I took everything off the shelf, but I think I want to intentionally plan out where everything will go and figure out how I'm going to adhere everything properly. Because obviously I don't want anything falling or breaking, like, because of the setup. So I want to make sure it's super shoppable and not scary, because ceramics are scary as far as breaking goes. So I want to figure out the best setup for that. I still need to figure out how to tag everything, because I want everybody to have like a care card on the back of like my normal cards that I put in purchases like at regular pop-ups. I do have a QR code, and so I just might cut the QR code so that it fits at the bottom of everything, because that feels like a little more aesthetically pleasing than just sticking the whole business card in everything. So I might do that. It'll kind of be a waste, but also not, because if you scan the QR code, like, it still takes you to my website, my Instagram, my YouTube, so it'll be fine. And I think that way I can ensure that each purchase has care information, because that's also a big deal. I have the same QR code in a frame that I'm going to put somewhere in this setup. I might actually hang it on the wall. I should switch the frame. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'm tired, emotionally, mentally, physically. I have a lot going on. My iron levels are extremely low, and I need to get that back in order. I'm supposed to have an infusion soon. Haven't heard anything from my insurance yet. Basically, I have fibroids and they're sucking the life out of me, and I have a lot of them, and so my uterus is huge, and not having a lot of iron makes you exhausted all of the time. Brain fog, I lose my breath doing nothing a lot, and it's really frustrating because I feel like most of my life I've been working at like a 60% capacity, and so now that I know the reason is my fibroids, and it's like they've gotten bigger, so it's only made it worse. It's really frustrating knowing that I just can't be at 100% like ever unless I get them removed, which I didn't want to do yet because that's like a whole surgery and sounds stressful. So yeah, that's like on my mind all of the time, and being tired all of the time is obviously a thing that's on my mind. And so I just want to like have a normal capacity, and some days like today I just get frustrated that I don't have that, or that I can't think straight, or that I can't think beyond a certain point because of the exhaustion and this anxiety that comes from the exhaustion. Yeah, unfortunate, but if you're someone with a uterus, definitely check out if you have fibroids or not, because if you do have issues mentally, physically, or with your periods, it might at least give you some clarity as to what the problem is. And I know that since figuring out that I have them, it hasn't made it any easier, but I at least know like what the deal is and the small things that I can do to adjust that to make my life a little bit easier. Grateful that I work for myself so I can kind of work around my own energy levels. Something I'm navigating, and something I'm navigating hardcore today. So reading and chilling for the rest of the evening. I will see you tomorrow. I was able to turn the kiln on this morning, which I'm so happy about. The weather kind of like got delayed, so I think like later this weekend, it will like finally hit us. And I'm just glad there's a little bit more time to finish this stuff up so that I can set up on Thursday with the products that I wanted to have. I was glad that I was able to like organize and like price everything yesterday, but I think this will just be nice to have more newer stuff up front and see if those things are well received. It is the end of the month and I need to work on my newsletter, so I'm going to do that and sit outside and get some more sun again. I think that's my main mission for today. I'm going to try and at least map it out and finish most of it so that I can schedule it to send on the 31st. I'm at the kiln. The garage is shut because it's still raining, because even though we didn't get the worst of the hurricane, thank goodness, we still are getting a lot of rain and wind. So I'm just gonna unload the garage really quick and then go inside and hang out with my family. I hope everything went well in there. It was a really small load, so let's find out. This is the last load and the last major task I need to do before I go and set up tomorrow, which is crazy. Hello, it is Thursday, August 31st, which is install day. I am going to go get some coffee and then set everything up. My plan is to install the shelves first and my sign and then bring all of the actual pieces in, just because the store is open. So like, I just don't want that much stuff everywhere while I'm setting up. I feel good about the merchandising that I did yesterday, and hopefully it will look good when it's all together on the wall. And like a little scared about things like breaking or getting knocked over, but I just have to let that go. The store also has lots of glass and breakables and they're fine, so I don't know why I think all of a sudden my stuff are not going to be fine. Anyways, I have been researching insurance plans because the one I had like doubled my rate, which is not an option for me. So I'm looking for a new one so that I can be covered, obviously for my business, but also for this new adventure. And I'm gonna do that before we leave. My husband is coming to help me, thank goodness. And yeah, I'm excited, nervous, tired, overwhelmed, every emotion ever. But I think once I see it all together, I'll just be giddy. Okay, it's Friday, September 1st, the shop is live, and I am beyond ecstatic, excited, grateful, honored. I don't even know. I feel like I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am, because this is like a really big deal for me, because I just like didn't see it coming. Like a month ago, if you would have asked me if I would like have my stuff set up in this shop that I've shopped at for years and have admired all the small businesses in there for years that I would be one of them right now. Like, absolutely not. So anything is possible, and I'm just so glad that I've gotten this opportunity, whether it flourishes and becomes a long-term thing or not. I know that I did it, I tried, and I'm just grateful for, again, to have the chance to be among other people who are like me, running their small businesses, just trying to get their little piece of themselves out in the world to bring joy. And I love the setup. I love it so much. It's really cool that what I drew on my iPad a few weeks ago is now like actually set up in the store. It just is really surreal. And I'm so proud of myself, thankful for all of the support I've gotten from my like city and community and all of that from day one, really, which has got me to this point. And I am overwhelmed with gratitude right now. And it's really like motivated me, excited me, and kind of revved me up to get the rest of the year like knocked out. My goal is to finish throwing everything, mostly everything, by the end of this month, because I did sign up for, I'm doing a solo pop-up at the end of this month, another one at the end of next month, and then a bigger one in November. I might do one in December as well, but if I did, it would probably be towards the beginning of the month, because I do like to take I do like to take December off for the most part, because it's exhausting doing all of this all the time. So I like to dedicate a solid chunk of time where I'm not touching clay, I'm not worrying about social media and like advertising and all that stuff, because yeah, breaks are important. So with that being said, I've just been on my iPad all morning trying to figure out quantities for stuff I want to make for my wonky start to fall pop-up at the end of this month, and yeah, see what I can like theme I can carry out for all of those so that I can just have stuff ready. Thankfully, my stock idea is kind of working. I do have a lot left over here. I also have stuff at my parents' house that I just haven't glazed, which I'm really glad I saved that stuff, because that's less that I have to make. And I don't know, I just feel like right now in this moment, because I know it will change, I'm just like clinging to the fact that I feel like I know what I'm like, why I'm doing this and what I want to do and where I want to go with it. So I'm gonna ride that high for the rest of the weekend, honestly, as I get back to throwing and as I plan and all of that stuff. Thank you for coming along this ride with me. I'm amped. Let me know what you think about my setup. If you have any tips, if you're in a booth or a stall at a store somewhere, let me know like signage wise what you use. I just have so many little things I will probably tweak as time goes on, but we'll see what happens. I'll see you next time. Have a great daytime, nighttime, whatever time. Bye.